Okay, at Interpol World this afternoon, we're very fortunate to have Mr. Stefan Blattler, who is the commander of the Cantonal Police in Bern. Stefan, welcome to Interpol World Television.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here.
Tell us a little bit about your impressive career and what's brought you to Interpol World in Singapore this year.
Well, I have studied law, and then 30 years ago already, I started at the Cantonal Police of Bern. I went there for a couple of years. Well, now I'm still there, but of course I have other work to do. I started as a criminal investigation officer, and then I had some other postings, and since 2006 I'm the Chief of Police of the Canton of Bern, and I'm also a lecturer at the Bern University for Criminal Sciences. And I came here because actually I represent all the police chiefs in Switzerland, because I'm the chairman of the conference, and as such I have also to maintain contacts abroad together with representatives of our National Police Office. And I was very glad being here, because the best you can do is connecting contacts with other chiefs of police, other police responsibles, and to know and to inform yourselves how others treat problems. And it's always the same. That is also a little bit uncomfortable. You see that the others treat the same problems, and that's something that helps reflecting how to solve them.
So what are the biggest issues that you're facing at the moment?
Well, in Switzerland we have, as we know, quite a complicated police structure, because we are a confederation of 26 different states, cantons called cantons. And we try actually to unify all the data we have, because data are in the possession of each canton, and we have to harmonize that. So we try to put all the data in the national databases, and we want to try to exchange these data on a national level. It's quite a big work. That's one thing. And the other thing is to harmonize IT solutions in order that every police organization has the same IT solutions for the whole country. These are the two major strategic projects we have actually. And of course we treat the same problems on a global level as everyone else. That is cybercrime, organized crime, terrorism. And as a small country in the heart of Europe, we depend on international collaboration, of course. That's why I'm here, and it's a pleasure being here.
So with harmonizing data and bringing it together, a lot of the technologies that we're seeing here, bringing big data in, how are you dealing with the dilemma of balancing what is appropriate data for a state to hold against an individual and individual's privacy rights?
Well, that is an eternal discussion, because it's a discussion in which you never find a definite solution, I think. First of all, we have to decide what kind of data do we really need. I'm convinced that you should only treat data or collect data of which you as a police organization, you are convinced that you need them. If not, put it out, throw it away, because what you have afterwards is a so-called data symmetry, and that's something that we don't want. And on the other hand, we don't want to know everything about our citizens, of course, and especially if the citizens behave correctly. And there's a huge part of our citizens, they behave correctly, they pay their taxes, they respect the laws. Why should we have data, more data about them? So we need only the data about on people who don't respect the laws and don't abide to our constitutional structures. That is the dilemma. So we are always in a sort of balance. What do we need? What we don't need? How long will we keep the data? When data has to be reviewed, because data has to be actual, and if data is not actual, it creates more harm than benefits. And this is the perpetual dilemma in which we are. And it's a permanent process of all data gathering police agencies to analyze also not only the data as itself, but also to ask always, every day, neatly, do we need that data? Is that data accurate? Is it true? Can we work with that data? And if you cannot respond positively to these questions, you have to throw it away. These are the big issues.
Yes, the more data you have, the more effort you have to put into maintaining its legitimacy, its currency, and the resources you have to put into that that go away from normal policing.
Of course, you throw away a lot of personal resources because people working on a false databases, they work for nothing. And as in every police organization, we have never too much police officers. We have always, everywhere, in every country, we have lack of police officers. Yeah. So I'm of the opinion that we have to give them good basis, good tools in order to create positive work. With data which is not accurate, they cannot work correctly. So you throw away, you waste possibilities, you waste resources. But let me say one thing, which in my opinion is most important. Data is, and also new technology is very important for police work. But the new technologies, whatever it is, also artificial intelligence, is always and only a tool. The ultimate decision whether to use it, what kind of interpretation you want to take about some data given by new technologies. The ultimate decisions are taken by human beings, and human beings will always be in the center of every police activity. This is my profound conviction.
Now, with policing activities, have you seen over the past few years a change in the sorts of types of crime that you're getting in there? Is there a greater internationalization? Is the threat of terrorism and organized crime working together? What's your view from a Swiss perspective?
Yes, there has been changes, and it's normal that criminality is changing because society is changing. And the first thing which comes in mind is globalization. Yes, there is criminality all over the world. Nowadays, some authors are somewhere in the world, but they can do harm in Switzerland or in the UK or in the United States. It doesn't matter. So you have sort of delocalizations of the criminals. Where they act is not where they are, and that makes, of course, investigation much more difficult. That requires a much more intense collaboration of all criminal agencies, because without any cooperations you will not track them down. That has changed in the last 10, 20 years. That is really something most remarkable. But on the other hand, I have always to say what did never change and what will never change. People want to see police, always, because you never can underestimate the impact of a police patrol. Never. Police has to show itself. Police has to be seen where people are. It is something very traditional, but something which will keep its value also for the future. That never changed. So we cannot say we have to focus only on global crime, on cybercrime, and neglect police presence where people are. We have to do both.
So we've got a platform here for you to give your key messages out to the whole of Congress and to all of the people that didn't manage to make it to Interpol World this year. What would those key messages be?
What I said, we have to keep up with the evolution of modern technology. This is a real great gift, and we have to use all good tools that modern technology, that digitalization offers us. But we have never to forget that in the center of the activity of police work is the human being. The tools are our instruments, and it's not up to the tools to guide us, it's up to the tool to give us good alternatives and good basis for choices in order to take the right decisions. Decisions taken by human beings.
Stefan, on that note, thank you very much indeed for giving up your time to come and talk to us on Interpol World Television. It's been absolutely fascinating.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here. All the best. Thank you very much. Thank you.